Hey friends, now before we get to the video, remember March 29th we are doing a sheep butchery class here at the Renewed Homestead. Billy from Pasture's Farm and I will be teaching the class. We are only allowing 10 students, so you're going to want to go over to renewedhomestead.com/events, get the details and get signed up. Very limited and it's going to be great. All right, on to the video. Hey everybody, Ben with Renewed Homestead, and you can tell we're not at home. I am here with Lucas from Plants for Everyone, and I'm going to just kind of ask him some questions and talk about what we're doing, but Denise and I are out here volunteering because we're getting some free plants out of the deal. Barter doesn't get any better than that, but anyway, do you want to talk about what Plants for Everyone is and what you're doing here?
Sure thing. Yeah, so Plants for Everyone is a once annual bare root plant sale. And we focus mostly on edible. We're getting into some medicinal, some natives for the wildlife, and a few landscape varieties. But yeah, mostly edibles and natives. So everything's bare root, mostly woody perennials. You can kind of see in the background we're half staged or so. But yeah, one thing that's cool that we think sets us apart is that people have the ability to come and volunteer their time and get paid in plants.
Yeah.
So
love that.
Everybody loves that if they love plants. You know?
That's right. And we're down in Asheville, and the actual
that's actually a good thing to talk about. We're at Smith Millworks, which is a really cool facility here in West Asheville. And Smith Millworks is a former, I think poinsettia farm. From the 40s, and there's acres and acres of greenhouses, and there's some really cool community spirit stuff going on here, including the Asheville Tool Library is right across from where we hold our sale. You can come check out some tools, not have to buy them, fix your own stuff, and there's just a ton of cool projects going on here.
I need them.
Shout out to the venue.
Yeah. I say my inability to keep anything with the motor running is astounding. I just don't get along with them. But
yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so that was a question. You said an annual sale. Mm-hmm. Have you had any consideration of doing it in the fall with the bare root? Because I know planting in the fall is a good time to plant trees.
We have, yeah. I mean, tell us in the comments if people want to see that, because we've had that question. Emma and I should also say, we started our involvement with Plants for Everyone about 3 years ago. We bought it from a lady named Kathleen Zarin, who started it back in, I believe, 2014. So it's been a long-standing Asheville kind of tradition to get cheap perennials and this time of year. But yeah, ever since Emma and I bought the business, people have been asking if we would do like another one in the fall, and we are open to it and just want to hear what people would like to see in a fall sale.
Sure.
So yeah, let us know if you want to see that, if what you want to see as far as species.
Yeah. No, it's I know it's a lot of work for you guys, because I've seen the cut sheet, and it's many different vendors, and to give you a little background behind it, they order in bulk, so they get a price break on it and they pass it on to you. The plants, we've been sorting them. The plants are amazing. Great big root balls, beautiful stock, and the prices, I mean, you can't beat it in a nursery.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't.
Yeah, it's almost like a co-op model, which we've always thought was kind of, it's like almost like a buyer's club, and then we kind of work the angle of having people have the ability to trade their time.
Yep.
And it just kind of cuts out the middleman. Our big thing is trying to keep things cheap so people can experiment, throw stuff in the ground. Hopefully it all lives. Yeah. Not all of it will, but you save enough money, hopefully you can come back next year and, and also just keep it accessible to everyone, because it's like homesteading. Your money flies out the door no matter what you're doing. So
yeah, exactly. And we got plants a couple years ago. I think we've done it. This is our third time trying it, just the second time. But our plants did really well. Other than what got you into doing Plants for Everyone or taking over the business?
Great question. I lived in West Asheville for a long time, and I think I just saw a flyer and I just started buying. I started with like a few blueberries and apple trees way back, probably 2012, or no, it had to be later than that. But several years ago, I was buying plants from Kathleen over the years, and then she was looking to retire and get out of the business. And so Emma and I thought that'd be a crazy thing to do. Let's try it. Yeah. So we bought the business and just been giving it a go. And I'm very impressed Kathleen did it solo for so many years, because even with Emma and I going full tilt, it's still a lot of work. Still kicks our butts.
A lot of work. And I know yesterday when we talked, you said that you know, the concern about volunteers and organizing them and having people show up or not show up, you were kind of concerned that might be an issue, but it's actually worked out really well.
Absolutely, yeah. When we bought the business, I was like, oh, managing the people is going to be like tough, and it's turned out to be like the funnest part.
Yeah.
Meeting people like you and just all our great volunteers. People show up and work hard, and go home with a bunch of plants, and it's just a win-win.
And very dirty hands. I had to scrub mine 3 or 4 times just to get the dirt out yesterday.
Yeah.
But I know we had talked
persistent.
We talked to Kathy too, and I think one of her problems, one of the things she had the issue with is I know she's had to set up in parking lots some years because finding a location is this going to be?
Yeah.
You got kind of an ongoing thing here.
Yeah, this is great. This is our 3rd year here at Smith Mill Works, and Kathleen did it. We can't even take credit for like getting this venue. She did that too, and made the connection with Michael, who runs this place and is a super nice guy. But yeah, the venue is huge. We're very lucky to have Smith Mill Works, and it's just a community-minded, really cool situation with people who believe in what they're doing and work hard. And but yeah, Kathleen was all over the place, like parking lot of French Broad Co-op, like a random farm out in Leicester.
Yeah,
like all over the place. But kudos, because she pulled it off.
Yeah. Well, and having this is
and she used to pack all the orders. She would have your order ready when you'd show up. You're like, oh, my name's Lucas. I'm here for order number whatever. And they'd be like, boom, here you go. And it was like now we walk people around, and it's kind of cool because they get to pick out their own plants here and there. So it's, different flavors. It just works better because you can kind of run the perimeter on this greenhouse and just sort of through.
Yeah, we're using the same roadmap that you had last year, which
pretty much.
If it works, why
exactly.
the wheel?
Yeah, it's at least a blueprint to go off of. But yeah, it's
nice.
It's fun, and it looks like the weather's going to be good this year for the general sale.
Well, and you were talking about her having everybody's order together. I know when we had talked to her, she said one of the problems with being out in a parking lot. Well, 1, you can't leave it out there overnight, so she had to pack everything up every night.
Yes.
And 2, if the weather's bad, like yesterday we came in and everything was covered in plastic.
Yeah.
You had heaters going because the temperature dropped.
Trying to keep it warm.
Yeah, I mean, bare roots, you can't let them freeze. So being in here is great.
It's tough. But yeah, having the greenhouse is awesome, and having power and water here, it's just phenomenal. It's like we almost couldn't design a better setup.
Yeah, exactly.
We kind of just use it for about 2 weeks out of the year, and then pack up our circus and get ready for next year. But
there you go.
We'll see. I mean, Michael's asked about doing something in the fall too. So
cool.
I don't know, bulbs, garlic maybe. I don't know what we do, but
well, the best time to plant bare roots in the fall.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's
you
true.
could probably do just about anything you're doing now. It's bare roots.
It's true.
In the fall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a possibility because I mean we'll see how it goes this year, but it seems like it's growing fast. Like we had an uptick last year with people that stopped by, and Michael says there's a lot of interest on what he's been seeing online this year. So
okay.
Now, can you describe I know you said medicinal and stuff, but maybe just give a few different plants you've got here?
Sure. Yeah, we've got some of my favorites. We've got 2 varieties of witch hazel, which are really cool and some winter interest, medicinal, useful for native wildlife. We started doing wildflowers this year, which we haven't even unpacked yet. They just showed up, but that's fun. Yeah. Medicinals, let me think about it. Well, we've got elderberries are probably my favorite medicinal. Yeah, I love some elderberries. Great for making syrups. That's probably the prime time medicinal that we're trying to branch into more of those. We've actually got a lady in Madison County who's going to grow out some ginseng and ramps for next year.
Nice. There
so
you go.
that'll be some convergence of food and medicine.
We had never heard of ramps till we got out here.
Really?
Everybody's like, oh, ramps. I'm like,
oh, it's a fever. Yeah, people love it.
But
they're great.
The elderberry, I think I saw 4 different varieties.
Yeah, I think we got at least 3.
Or
we
4.
got Ranch, Bob Gordon, and one more. I think we got, at least 3. But yeah, they look really good this year. The plants, I mean, I say it every year, but this year I really mean it. The plants look great.
It's exciting. The best time to plant a tree is 5 years ago, and at these prices, you can afford to plant a couple extra.
No doubt.
Get them going. But I know it's dangerous for me. Everybody that watches us knows I love plants. I'm like my great grandfather. He would be tilling his field, a family farm in Ohio, if there was a little tree coming up, he'd get off the tractor, dig it up, and go transplant it out. Couldn't kill a plant, and Denise will testify to that. But
I'm the same way. I will definitely like go dig little seedlings out of the yard if they're cool, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Ooh, hazelnut.
It's like, I don't want that to die.
No doubt.
You got this far.
Yeah,
I'll
how
help
cool is
along.
it that it sprouted right here?
And it's free.
That's
So,
it.
Why don't you talk about the plants you're giving away to help hurricane victims?
Yeah, absolutely. So this year, as everybody in the region knows, and nationwide really, you know, Hurricane Helene was a devastating event in the area. Widespread devastation.
Yeah.
So our little good deed, hopefully for this year, is to help stabilize stream banks. And so we are going to be giving away, I think we've got 1,000 live stake donations. We're going to just give these out. These are live stakes. It's essentially just a long cutting of certain species that'll do well. These are actually elderberries right here. So essentially, you just fire these things in the ground. You can literally hammer them in with a mallet. Just find, you know, a stream bank's perfect because it's kind of damp and erosion prone, and these help with erosion because they root very easily.
Yeah.
So all you do is leave 2 buds above the surface, ideally.
Yeah.
You know, at least a couple, 3 inches, a couple buds, but the rest of it, just stick it down in the dirt and it's going to take off and grow, and those roots are going to knit together and kind of stabilize these erosion prone stream banks. So yeah, we're going to give away elderberries. We got willows, we've got sycamores, we've got several kinds of dogwood, I believe, and those are all species that will just root readily and just do their thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing that, and then we also we have 5 pounds of wildflower seed, a native mix donated to us by the Eden Brothers Seed Company in Arden, which I didn't even know about previous to this year. So check them out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we're just going to be giving away little baggies of wildflower seed.
Beautiful.
So just pick a spot, sprinkle.
good for the pollinators, and
That's it.
Pollinators will help your
everybody.
garden. And
Yeah, because I mean, we've all driven around and seen all these like scarred up like piles of bare dirt, and it's just that's a lot of biomass that's gone and not available to feed the local biosystem. You know, so
yeah. So how does Plants for Everyone work? If you know, I know we placed our order. You update. You figure out what your inventory is going to be. You put it on your website, and then people can go there. And we will put a link to that in the video for everybody, as well as the sale for this weekend. Doors open.
Yeah.
Well, like I guess it's a two-part question. So the model itself. If I want to order online, I go to your website and.
Yeah, you just go to our website, www.plantsforeveryone.com, and we open it typically from October through Christmas or January. No, let me rephrase it. We gotta cut that. So October to mid-February usually.
Okay.
And like right up a couple weeks before the sale, we close it down just so we can get our ducks in a row.
Sure.
But yeah, so you're able to go onto our online store, browse our inventory, fill a cart with whatever looks good, and then you can just pay via credit card, or you can choose to volunteer your hours, and that's a different payment method. But either way, you place a pre-order, and then that pre-order is available for our pickup days, which are the 2 days before the general sale. So this year it's going to be Thursday and Friday,
All right.
from noon to 6 here at Smith Millworks, and then the general sale is a free-for-all. That's on Saturday from noon to 6 here at Smith Millworks, and we save a few varieties of everything. So even if something got sold out for pre-orders and like our website showed it as out of stock,
Right.
we still hold back a few of those plants just so that there's a few of everything available for people that show up for their general sale.
Okay.
So even if it's sold out, you might still get your hands on it if you get here early,
Got
basically.
it. Okay.
So that's kind of the rundown. And then, you know, if you're one of the people that wants to volunteer in exchange for plants, you just hit us up and we work out the details for building the schedule each year.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So then Saturday morning is when it opens to the general public. We assumed everybody's picked up their orders.
That's it.
Now I'm envisioning Walmart at 11:59 on Christmas Eve, or not Christmas Eve, but
Black Friday.
Yeah,
It's got that kind of vibe to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally we open the doors we open the sale at noon, but people usually get here by 10:30 or 11 and they start milling around and forming a line all the way down. This year, I should actually mention that Michael, the Smith Millworks manager, Riverlink, there's going to be a seed library from the tool library that there's going to be a bunch of food trucks and vendors and people with information about ways people can help like rehab after the storm.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Just general gardening jamboree, I guess.
Very cool.
So you're basically, there's going to be some things to check out when you're waiting for us to open the sale this year.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, it should be a good time.
Well, the food trucks, that's always a good thing to have
Yeah,
around.
I think there's going to be 2 of them.
Well, had we known, we could have had Denise set up her balloon animal stand.
Oh man,
I know.
Yeah, next
No.
year.
No.
Bring the cotton candy machine.
Ooh, I like it. Now we're getting somewhere.
But yeah, so people like line up, and then because some people know that we have a little bit of everything, and so if there's something that's their special favorite that they weren't able to get in under the wire and get in the cart, they might get here early and try and snipe one. But
well, and you know you're getting a good deal on it. So
this year we're actually not going to make people stand. Like last year, we just had a line all the way down.
Right.
This year we're like going to have like take a ticket like at the deli, and so then you can go mill around and check out all the resources there. And then we'll just call like numbers 1 through 10, go on in. Because we usually pulse people like 10 at a time, 15 at a time.
Makes sense. Well,
yeah, just so it doesn't turn into a...
You'll see it in the video. I mean, there are so many plants and bins and everything in here. If you had 20 people in here, you wouldn't be able to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it seems like a 10 at a time kind of thing works. And then people just kind of... It moves people through in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
Get their stuff and get on out.
Super cool. Well, we'll put that link in the description. And if you are in Western North Carolina in the Asheville area, Saturday morning, come on out. Sounds like a lot of stuff going on. And
that's it. And a beautiful piece of weather for the forecast.
Yeah,
so
it is.
It should be like 60-ish. And we'll have to turn the fans on. It's going to be hot in here.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be. But anyway, we've got work to do. We've got plants to tag and bins to fill. And
that's it. Yeah, tons of plants.
And then hopefully we'll be able to get ours before we get out of here today and head back home.
That's it. Yeah, you get first pick.
Hey, there we go. All right. Any other questions, Denise? Anything else we need to cover? All right. Well, we appreciate the opportunity. Like I said, anytime we can barter for something, that's
absolutely
all the better.
Yeah, keep the money out of the equation. Just work for plants.
That's right. So anyway, well,
awesome.
Thanks for all that you do.
I mean, thanks for being part of it. We couldn't do it without the volunteers. It's really like, I couldn't do it myself. So thank you guys.
Well, it's a good time. Come check it out. Hope you are all doing well. Take care. God bless. We're praying for you and your families. We'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.
Make it so.